Hey, this is the Make Sense Again American. Everything I say makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, you can contradict, but it makes all the sense in the world to me. I'm going to go ahead and begin. It's been a week, and did it affect me? Of course it did. I think it affected everybody who loves sports. Every red-blooded American that loves sports and enjoys sports had their heart broken when they found out what happened to Kobe Bryant and his baby girl. It's absolutely tragic, not only to his family, but also to the other families that exist. But I wanted to just shed some light on what Mgtow is trying to tell you ladies. First of all, Mgtow does not hate you. If you're a lady listening, they don't despise you. They don't hate you. As a matter of fact, they're having a hard time finding prime examples of what to do and how to place their agenda on you, or what your agenda is supposed to be as a woman coming up. Let's just talk about Vanessa Bryant. She had met Kobe Bryant because he was trying to be an aspiring rapper, and he was in the building, in the room, in the lab, in the booth, I don't know, but he was amongst a bunch of other rappers, and he took one look at her, and he was 21 years old, and he took one look at her, and it was love at first sight. Adorable little girl, really, really cute, beautiful woman now, but she was adorable. But she was only 17, and he wanted to ask her on a date, and so he asked her on a date, and that's how it happened. It was love at first sight for both parties, and the rest is history. What I wanted to tell you people was that she used, as far as Mgtow goes, she's approved by the Mgtow community. What I mean by approved is she didn't go through several guys and then meet him. Especially growing up Hispanic, when you're a pretty girl and you have sex, you're having a baby. I've always said that if you're a hot Mexican girl, you're having a baby. Because there's no way, like let's say if I would have had a chance with her right before she met Kobe and we were already doing it, yeah, she'd have been on her third kid by now. Because you don't get the ugly ones pregnant, you get the hot chicks pregnant. That's what I've been trying to tell you. But she did not have a promiscuous upbringing. She was brought up by her parents, and she had a hymen. And you know what they say, you get a hymen, you get a diamond. She used what she had, which was her youth, to her powers. That's a powerful thing you ladies don't understand. That when you're young, you have the power. Let's take, for example, an old lady. Let's say you used to be sexy and you did a lot of bad things. I'll just take it to the extreme. You did porn. A lot of girls that done porn are now going to Christianity, and they're trying to talk to us about God and Jesus and the Bible and this and that, which is not bad. But you do understand that now that you're 43 years old trying to talk about God, I'll listen, but I'll hear you, but I won't listen. I'll sit there and ask questions, but I won't follow you. I'm sorry, but you don't have that rope around my neck to pull me. That was what your youth was supposed to do. Now, if you were a young girl and you're just bam gorgeous with big eyes like her, beautiful lips, great smile, and no history of a bunch of fellas parked inside and reversing, getting out, and you talk to me about Jesus Christ, I would listen. I would sit there and listen and change my freaking life. Hallelujah. Where's the Bible? The 1 Corinthians says this. But no, it's just funny how you old women that find a man, God, want to tell us about your new man, God, and how he's helped you because he's your God. I'm not listening to you. Sorry, you're old, you're used up, and it's over. If a man does listen to you, well, he's a beta. He's a simp, and he's going to have to pick up all the leftovers that all the Chads and Tyrones had put inside you. But Kobe is a Chad. He was a Chad, but he was 21. In the eyes of Mgtow, he made a big mistake marrying this woman. But she was in her prime, and she gave him the one thing that she gave no other man. So there's a Mgtow stamp of approval. You got with one man, and he was a Chad, and he could have been with 50 girls per week, but he chose you. And because he dated you, got to know you, got to spend a lot of time with you, and married you, 6 months later, this was her demand. If you want this, put a ring on it. Not if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. No, if you want this, you need to put a ring on it. If you want this, then you need to put a ring on it. If you want this, then you need to put a ring on it. Don't even think that you're going to put this little thing on it. Nope, nope, nope. You got to put a ring on it. And that's what he did. Keep in mind, it's 2001 when they met, or 2002, because they've been married 20 years, I believe. But they've, because he's 21, he's 38 now. See, I was about 19 years ago. But the thing of it is that, no, he was in the league. I messed up, but it's 20 years. Anyway, he met her at 21. No, that's right. I did say it right. About 20 years marriage. I'm just drifting, rambling. He pretty much told her, I'll marry you. And she got with him. And you just have to understand, ladies, that when you walk into a room full of rappers, your mentality is, I'm going to fuck every rapper in the building. And they going to remember me. And her mentality was, I'm going to keep an eye on one guy that wants to be a rapper. She didn't know what his future held. You got to understand, when Kobe Bryant was in the league, he was sitting down for the first 2 years. He was just spectating. He didn't get on the floor. They wouldn't put him on the floor. I was even saying, come on, let's look at Kobe. He was a 17-year-old kid in the NBA getting fat paid, just like LeBron, just like Sean Kemp. And but he got in there. I think Kevin Garnett did the same thing. But he got in there. He got in the league, and he started to, he didn't immediately start getting on the floor. He started to just sit on the bench and take notes, I guess. And then he became the fabulous superstar that he is, and the legend that he is now. I guess I'll say it like that. Vanessa Bryant is approved by the Mgtow community. She was a virgin, and she used her youth to get one man. And that's all we're trying to tell you. I've been doing Mgtow for a long time, listening to Sandman, Hammerhead, Mr. Former, Mr. Elite, Sigdy Mgtow, Sigma Solitude before he found a woman, which is fine. You got to find a good woman. But the thing of it, and I'm sure he's done the 50 questions and asked her, what have you done? Because one of the things that men do to find that if you're having sex, and when you're young, men always ask, have you ever thought you were pregnant? And when a woman says yes, well, we already know you're having sex. Well, at what age did you think like you were pregnant? And the majority of the times when I ask girls this, and they could be like, 26 years old, 24 years old. This one girl says, well, when I was 13, I thought I was pregnant. Bam, I got you. I just found out that you've been having sex since you were 13. He probably asked her the same question, and her response was probably something to this, something to the nature of, there's no way I'm pregnant. There's no way I thought I was pregnant. There's no way I'm getting pregnant. If I'm pregnant, there better be Jesus. There better be a Virgin Mary, because, I haven't gone that route. Nobody's ridden that bicycle. The bicycle still has a lot of metal and untouched and not rusty. She had to put a paint job on it, and she did. Purple and gold. I just wanted to go ahead and say that I commend her, and my heart goes out to you and your family. I'm nobody, but I still could say that, though. My heart goes out to you and your family. I'm sure you open your eyes every morning and he's not laying in the bed with you, and that's got to be painful. That's got to hurt. And especially for a woman, she's not trash. She's not used up. She's only been with one man her whole life. I'll say it. Whoever replaces her, it's probably going to be another black guy. I assume it is. But right now, she's not thinking about any replacement, any dating, anything. Because I am wicked-minded, she might, and I don't want this. But hopefully she stays quiet, because she never enjoyed the limelight. She was there with her husband. She kept her distance. She didn't get into the tabloids. Even during the divorce, she didn't get messy and go on Snapchat and say, I'm mad at my husband. I'm gonna cut his nuts off when I see him. Nothing like that. She's a she's an amazing young lady. And I hope she doesn't end up like the Kardashians. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't want them to do that. With her being with a bunch of rappers and athletes, talking about, growing up with the Bryants, growing up with the Kobes. Let's not do that. I hope she keeps the same head on her shoulders, which is spiritual Christianity, things like that. And I hope she raises her daughters to be ladies that follow in her path. That is a great mom. That is a great woman. And that is Mgtow's Statue of Liberty. That girl there should hold up a torch and say, this is what a real woman is. We have a lack of families and fathers and all that, but she got her man by using her power, which is her youth, and then placing her virginity on the table when he asks, what do you bring? She brought that. A lot of you women out there are bringing other things, and it's stupid. I don't understand why you actually think you have something to offer. You're supposed to give it to one man. That's all Mgtow's trying to tell you. That's all Mgtow's trying to tell you. And feminism is telling you give it to everybody. Of course they are. Because even a lesbian will pick up a woman used by 30 guys, 40 guys, 50 guys. That beautiful lesbian she has on her side has got the loosest, most disgustingest. She's actually convincing her, you can get on this side of the team. You come over here. Look what I got. Look what I'm holding hands with. And when you're a man holding hands with a girl, let's say you have a girlfriend and she was just this big time hoe. I mean, she didn't care. Race didn't matter. Age didn't matter. Fat guys didn't matter. Skinny guys. She was just nice to everybody. And she liked to play grown-up games with certain fellas. Well, pretty much every fella. When you hold her hand in public and then you have to look at other guys and they look at you and they say, and they look at you and they have a smirk on their face. I used to date this big time hoe, but I didn't really care about her. I enjoy what she looked like. She was a really sexy girl, but she had 4 kids from 4 different babies' daddies. Yes, I dated a girl like that. But the reason I dated her, because she was sexy. And that's what she had to offer. Just, she looked good. She was a bracelet. That's all she was, a bracelet. She looked good on my arm. That's it. She was a bracelet. But guys would approach me. They would say hi to her. And I wasn't jealous because I really didn't care about her. I knew she had 4 kids. I knew I was going to have a future with her. There's no freaking way. So she's right there holding hands with me, things like that. Lo and behold, as I'm sitting there getting to know all these different fellas, they're telling me, man, hey, man, she's a wildcat in bed. You a lucky man. Has she done this to you? And all I could do was smile and laugh but in all reality, I was thinking in my head, if I loved her, if I cherished her, I would want to strangle her. I'd be like, I can't believe that I'm in love with such, with this, And it made her ugly. As sexy as she was, it made her ugly. Now, did I leave her for that reason? Of course I did. I wasn't going to stay there and be like, I'll be your simp forever. And all these guys, they had you, but I have your marshmallow biscuits. Those are delicious. They'll never know what kind of marshmallow. I don't give a damn about. I can go buy some marshmallow biscuits, okay? Or create it. I don't even know if anybody ever makes marshmallow biscuits, but you know what I mean. When you sit there and you have to put a scope on what you have, what you're holding, you want to have a sense of pride. Well, if you're a lesbian holding hands with that girl, and I go up to her and I said, hey, I see this is your girlfriend. What's your name? Deborah. Okay, Deborah. Y'all look happy together. Deborah will have pride in it. Deborah's not a man, so Deborah doesn't care. Deborah's like, I got a woman. She's gorgeous. I'm going to raise her 4 kids, and I'm going to show her that I can stay with her. Well, of course you are, Deborah. You don't have to compete with a man. You can go buy a strap-on and feel like a man. And it still won't hurt. There's no pride. You don't have that, Deborah. You're a lady. So you don't have that male ego. You don't have to face. You could face all 35 guys and not even. You won't even flinch. You'll be like, she's with me now. It's a victory for you. But when you're a man holding a woman's hand, it's not a victory. You lost. That's your prize. Yeah, you won. No, you didn't win. Because if you won, you'd have a prize. You lost, and you got that consolation prize. That's what you got. When you have a girlfriend that's a real skank and just a real slut, there's no way that you want to go ahead and say with pride that you had it. Kobe Bryant had nothing but pride. His head was high. No man could say he got with that. No man. Karl Malone tried to holler at her. As she went up to Kobe saying, you need to check your teammate, Karl Malone. It wasn't Karl Malone that told Kobe, I want your wife. It was his wife that told him, he's trying to holler at me. He was even being deceptive and saying, Kobe cheated on you. Why don't you just cheat on him? And Kobe Bryant, his wife wasn't even at risk because she called him out immediately. Karl Malone is trying to holler at me. You need to put a stop to that. And he did. 1 season with the Lakers, out of there. Nothing. I'm glad Karl Malone never got a ring. On that note, I want to say that if you ever wanted a role model, ladies, you have one. And if you are trash, there's nothing I could do for you. But you can teach the younger girls. It sucks that I have to teach these younger girls and you have to sit your ass down. You won't say anything. Of course not. Why would you say anything? You women are so vindictive. There's no way you're going to go ahead and give this message to young girls. But if you're a young girl, or if you're an older guy with a niece or a daughter, you can let her listen to this, because I did not use any foul language and I was straight to the point. On that note, yes, I rambled a little bit, but I just had to go ahead and put my 2 cents in. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Gianna. Rest in peace for the 7 others that died that tragic death. My heart goes out to you. It's been a week, but it still hurts. I was a big fan.